It seems challenging. I couldn't imagine. It's a long day
I
too.
gotta tell you, it's very stressful. And I think I had PTSD for quite a while after that.
You do? How so? Because I've talked to other housewives that have said that too.
Absolutely. You're in an alternate universe. And I cared a lot about things that I didn't care about before or after I was on the show. Suddenly your world becomes quite small, and things that are just silly become super important. And I wasn't present in my own life anymore. I was present with this other universe and all the BS that was going on in that universe. And it can't, but I mean, I had insomnia. When I was on the show, I was getting sick a lot. There was always a problem. It was crazy. I don't regret doing it. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about human nature. It was such an interesting time in my life, but I'm super happy to be where I'm at now. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like, I'm not on that show anymore. I mean, it's true. I do feel quite emancipated.
You do, because I know like when you were leaving, that's what you said. You said like, I'm looking forward to returning to a life with less stress. So it's really just like a weight's been
It
lifted.
was for me. I can't speak for anybody else, but I know that for me, it was just a super, super stressful thing. So much stuff is coming out. The biggest problem I had is the people that hadn't signed on for it. And then they get pulled into limelight. And I felt terrible. I was calling people all the time and saying, this came up and this is I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Or I didn't know. I mean, and it's like, then I'm not just worried. It's not just about me. My son, after the first couple of years, was not enjoying it. People would ask him at school, are you on the Housewives? Is your mom? He would no, and he'd walk away. He was lying about it because clearly he was. But I mean, so he started. So then now you're responsible for how other people are being affected by this, you know?
Right. That didn't sign up for it.
Yeah. It's hard. I can handle it myself. But other people that were along for the ride that didn't ask to be on it was horrible.
Would you ever go back to Housewives?
Um, I would probably pop in, but I think that it was weird when I popped in even to Kyle's party because, life goes on in that universe and life goes on in my universe. So it's kind of like this weird, you know, crossover thing. I mean, I never say never, but it would have to be, obviously, it would have to work for everybody. I don't know what that looks like.
I mean, I know you said you're close to Erica. Like, have you talked to her? Like, I mean, there's so much going on with her.
Not in a while. Um, it's just a horrible situation. I just feel for her. But I will say this, which I think is BS. And, Erica being threatened, her life being threatened is such bullshit. I don't care what you think or even what you've done. Nobody knows the whole story. That's a game changer. And it's not okay. It's just not okay. And the fact that these people think they have the right to do that is so offensive to me. It's just wrong. And she's being vilified and she chose to stay on the show. So that's part of the problem. However, you got to draw the line somewhere, and that's just not okay.